Once upon a time, there was a boy named Nick. He lived a simple life in a village with his mother. Every day, they worked together in the fields to make a living. However, this summer, Nick and his mother decided to take the long-awaited vacation they had been postponing for a while. One morning, they set off early, heading toward a beautiful blue lake. Along the way, birds serenaded them, and the trees greeted them with cool shade. Nick was amazed at how beautiful the place they were going to was. He became captivated by the magic of the lake, a place his mother had never mentioned before. When they arrived at the lake, Nick couldn't resist exploring the natural beauty surrounding him. He watched the colorful fish dancing in the water and wandered among the flowers. Meanwhile, his mother sat by the lake, peacefully reading a book on a blanket. As Nick explored, he noticed a small island in the middle of the lake. Curious, he turned to his mother and asked, "Would you like to go there?" His mother smiled and nodded, and the two began looking for a boat to take them to the island. When they finally found a boat, Nick excitedly ran towards it and jumped in. As his mother watched, an unfamiliar sound suddenly echoed from the depths of the lake. Nick looked around in surprise and called out, "Who's there?" A voice answered, "I am the magic of the lake. I can grant any wish you desire." Nick and his mother were astonished. It was an extraordinary situation. However, his mother cautiously replied, "If you truly can grant any wish, fulfill our most important one." The magic of the lake pondered for a moment, and then replied, "Your most important wish is to receive a good education. Education is the key to success in life." Nick's mother smiled and accepted the offer, speaking with the magic of the lake and requesting the education she desired. Afterward, they climbed into the boat and headed toward the small island. During their time on the island, Nick and his mother not only received the education granted by the magic of the lake, but also explored the beauty of nature. Nick learned the importance of lifelong learning and grew into a boy eager for knowledge. When their vacation finally came to an end, Nick and his mother headed back home. However, they both realized something important. Education was a true treasure. Nick decided to work hard to become a successful student at school, and his mother would stand by his side to support him. Nick and his mother enjoyed their vacation, and when they returned to their village, everything seemed the same, but a little different. Nick was now more knowledgeable and curious, and his mother was delighted by his newfound spirit. One day, they decided to explore the forest next to the village. Early in the morning, just as the sun was rising, they set out. Birds chirped, and the rustling of leaves accompanied them as they ventured deeper into the forest. While walking, Nick noticed something shining under a tree. When they approached, they found a lamp. Nick rubbed the lamp, and suddenly a genie appeared. The genie said, "I can grant you 3 wishes." Nick and his mother looked at each other, thinking about what to wish for. Nick said, "My wish is to have a library for our village." His mother added, "My wish is for every child in the village to have everything they need to go to school." The genie smiled and asked, "What is your 3rd wish?" Nick and his mother decided to save the 3rd wish for the happiness of everyone in the village. The genie was deeply moved by their thoughtful request and granted their wishes immediately. In an instant, a large and beautiful library appeared in the middle of the village. Children ran around the bookshelves filled with books, and their parents shared in their joy. Nick and his mother were amazed at the changes the genie's magic had brought to their village. Now every child in the village could continue their education. Nick's mother said, "Education is not only a treasure, but it's also a light." And so, Nick and his mother helped bring education and enlightenment to everyone in their village. Nick visited the library every day to continue learning, and his mother was always there to support him. They lived happily ever after, leading a life full of education, which brought them endless happiness and success. And so, the tale of Nick and his mother. Going on vacation ends here. As you can see, knowledge and education are truly among the greatest treasures. The end.